It really is about, I think, the integrity that you display. It's about the caring and compassion that you display.
Actually believing in yourselves and having the right plan, you'll be able to do anything that you want in your life.
You absolutely don't have to sacrifice having a family and having a career and doing community service.
Just close your eyes and dream. Extend your arms, spread your wings, and just go for it. You could do it.
Everyone has talents. You just have to find what your talent is.
I have always desired to work with people and to make a difference in people's lives. And I think human resources is a wonderful opportunity to do that in a business setting, to bring people here, to give them opportunities, to enable them to have careers that help their families, that help them in their personal and professional development. It's really balancing, what the employees of the organization need and want with what the business needs and wants. I'm a board member of the United Way of Northern New Jersey. I also work with Pass It Along. I'm responsible for overseeing the Build a Bike program, which is just one of the things that we do to really support the community.
I grew up in a small town in New Jersey and was fortunate to have my parents and my sister and my grandmothers as an active part of my life. I've worked at Merck for the last 12 years. And basically, I'm in charge of the Global Commercial Services Strategy Group. We support 80 brands across 140 countries and enable about $30 billion in revenue. I have a very supportive environment around me. So first and foremost, my husband, my parents, I have a very strong unit at home, and I also am part of a company that really values work-life balance and promotes volunteerism. Outside of my career, I also am involved in the American Heart Association, leading the Go Red for Women campaign, and I'm also very involved in Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation. My youngest daughter has type 1 diabetes, so I'm also very passionate about that.
When I set out to open my own media company, I was absolutely shocked that when I told a banker my idea of a woman-owned company focusing on women, he practically laughed and said, nobody's going to finance that. And then he asked, what would 400 women do by themselves at a conference without men? That was 15 years ago. Odyssey Media is a media company, and we bring affluent and influential women of color together to meet with Fortune 500 companies and the products they have to offer. I believe that volunteering is really important, and I have volunteered all my life. I am currently the president of the Bergen County Links. We do everything from helping Homeless Project Connect to literacy to helping our folks in Haiti and in Africa.
I was born in Rhode Island. By the age of 7, we moved to the Dominican Republic. I grew up with a lovely family that supported me in all my dreams and all my silly stuff. They always told me that the sky was not a limit. My husband is a wonderful supporter of all of my dreams and goals. I always had a passion for understanding child development. I have been at 4Cs around 5 years. My responsibility is to promote best practices in every single child care center that I am assigned to. And I am also the founder of OV Kids Multicultural Summer Camp. We have the summer camp in Hacienda Calina in Santiago in the Dominican Republic. We offer arts and crafts, cooking, dance, Zumba kids, horse riding, a STEM program for the science, technology, engineering, and math. And we provide academic resources for those children that are behind.
As an adult, now I realize how much my mother did. She became a Girl Scout leader so that I would be a Girl Scout. I was a Brownie Girl Scout in 3rd grade, and I remained a Girl Scout until I graduated high school. I got to represent the Girl Scouts Lenni Lenape Council at the Apollo 14 moonshot as a guest of NASA. I was 16 years old at the time. I had never been in an airplane before, nor had I traveled by myself. And it was so exciting for me. And I know that my parents only allowed me to go because I was traveling with the Girl Scouts.
Yes, I was a Girl Scout. I remember my first badge, which was the Little Homemaker badge. One of the things that I really liked about being in the Girl Scouts was it kind of made you focus on achievements and had goals that you could focus on. My daughter, who's 22 now, was also a Girl Scout. She was in a great troop in Sparta, and so I saw a lot of the camaraderie and just how it empowered them in terms of the work that they did, in terms of the sense of, you can do anything and don't set limits for yourself. As the mothers of the Girl Scouts, it really was a great opportunity for us to talk about our daughters, to kind of connect with each other.
I have 3 daughters, and they are actively involved in the Girl Scouts. They're Brownies and Daisies, and I have the privilege of being their Brownie troop leader and the Daisy troop leader. And it really is a fulfilling part of my life.
I was a Brownie Scout through seniors. My mom was a troop leader, and my grandmother, I'm proud to say, was one of the first African-American troop leaders in West Palm Beach, Florida. When my daughter wanted to join Brownies, it was the natural thing for me to do, was to start a troop. But then I had to start a junior troop for her friends, and then help with a Daisy troop for those little sisters. I am a service unit manager, and I can't really imagine my life without being in Scouting. What I see now is a lot of only children, like my daughter. I see smaller families than I grew up in, and I love it when my Brownies start to refer to each other as their sisters, because so many of them are only children.
Unfortunately, I was not a Girl Scout in the Dominican Republic, but I did a lot of volunteer work while I was there for the Girl Scouts. Now I am a troop leader of 2 Daisy troops, and I volunteer in a cadet troop. Becoming a leader was something innate that I had in me. I had that drive ever since I was a little girl, and I would see what would happen in the Dominican Republic with the Girl Scouts. Despite the fact that we had very limited funding, we made things happen. And I made sure that when I had my daughters, they would be Girl Scouts. And ever since they've been involved with Girl Scouts, you could see the transformation, not only in the social aspect, but also in the emotional aspect.
When my oldest daughter was going into 3rd grade, her leader was moving on to a junior troop, so I volunteered to be her leader. The next year, my 2nd daughter also needed a Girl Scout leader, so I was a Brownie leader and a junior leader. 4 of my Girl Scouts got their Gold Award. When my daughters graduated high school, I heard that one of the leaders needed a co-leader for their troop, and I have served as their co-leader since they were cadets, and now they are ambassadors. The 100th anniversary of Girl Scouting was a wonderful year in my life. I was compelled to work on the 100th anniversary committee. I loved every single minute going through the newspaper articles, the uniforms, the scrapbooks. One particular evening, I found my mother's name in the book from River Edge, New Jersey, from the early years. It was very important for me to have this link to my mom, who has passed away.
I grew up in an era when, women were just really coming into their own in terms of business, with the thing that you can have it all. And I think you can have it all. But I think what you've also got to realize is that you have to make concessions along the way. I think there are some times when you have to make concessions with your personal life. I think there are some times you have to make concessions with your career. Don't let people define for you what you should be doing. Success has a lot of different definitions. And I think you've got to do what feels right for you. There's unlimited opportunities for young women, and I think the Girl Scouts and organizations like it that really work with women or young girls really lay a strong foundation.
Know who you are, know what your strengths are, and also know what your limitations are. Know how far you want to go in life and what your goals are. Do you want to be the president of a Fortune 500 company? Do you want to have a family with 7 children, run a farm, be a leading scientist? Whatever it is, set stretch goals. Set up a support system around you, a positive support system, and actually limit the negative people in your life. The last thing I would say is then believe in yourself and believe in the dreams that you want to have for yourself. And actually, if you believe in yourselves and follow that, you should be able to achieve your dreams.
At the end of the day, our job, our obligation is to make sure that the next generation of young women have it just a tad bit easier and that we are there for them. If you look at the images that they have in the media, if you look at what they're being bombarded with, if those of us who are just a tad bit normal don't get out and let them see that normal is fun, then we're going to lose this fight for our girls. Our biggest obligation is volunteering, leading, and letting them see how we live and who we are.
I believe that my role for the girls in the next generation is to extend a hand so they could also have the same opportunity or greater opportunities. We have had children in our program that are troubled children, and to me it's just mesmerizing to see when they have the opportunity to look at you in the eyes and say, "I love you." To have that is more than any financial incentive you could ever have, because you know that you're making a change in them.
Girl Scouting is traditional, and yet it's looking forward. It is a wonderful program to help get our girls ready for the future. As a Girl Scout leader, it is important that we guide the next generation. I have always said, like what you do. There are a lot of Monday mornings in life. So as a Girl Scout leader, I try to get young girls to explore all of their options and try to guide them to do the things that they most like to do, because that is where they will find success, where their passion lies.